right, so the Ohio State Buckeye football team is going to be on the lookout now for a new key position in their scouting and recruiting department. Pretty much that next level spot under Mark Pantoni, who is the general manager now. His role is mainly in the world of recruiting, running other parts of the program as well. But you tell me if this part of it is a bigger deal or no deal, as Bishop and friends like to say, thing or not a thing. So we've got Zach Grant, who was in the director of player personnel position in 2022. He was one and done with the Buckeyes, left to become the GM at Cincinnati. Then you had Mark Vodler was here in 2023. He left for Mississippi State. And now Sam Petito has just been hired on by LSU. Now, Sam spent, I believe, 8 years under Nick Saban at Alabama, so he got a lot of great experience there, came here to Ohio State. Part of his role was to secure the 2025 recruiting class, which started off with what we hope to be is a transcendent quarterback in Tavion Saint Clair. We got a first look at him in the spring game. Devin Sanchez, 5-star corner. They lost Naeem Offord. Could have had 2 5-star corners, but did a great job. And so for we'll be on their 4th guy in 4 years. That's the bottom line. I think it means great stuff for Mark Pantoni.
You're asking, does this concern me?
I'm not even concerned about it, but what's your take on that?
No, it doesn't concern me at all.
Yeah.
You're a big-time program. You have other people looking at you saying, how do we do what they're doing? Oh, let's go hire somebody and give them some more money. The reality is this is Mark Pantoni's job. This is Ryan Day's job. And we're talking about guys that are tasked with following orders. Next man up. Doesn't bother me.
It's almost when there are assistant coaches on your staff. Some are more important than others, right? Not every assistant coach, like you might have a running backs coach for several years where your opinion on him is, okay, not the greatest coach in the world, but he's also doing the job. And then you might get a guy in like they think they have in Carlos Loughlin where you say, this guy, he is different. Like he's got a different edge to him.
That's fine, but even
players respect him more. Maybe he's a better recruiter.
That's perfectly fine.
But
the
I agree with
reality is
you.
This program has success. A guy like Carlos Loughlin will be courted by other schools, and unless Ohio State is ready to promote him at that very moment, he's going to move on. That is the price of success.
This is just the life when you are an Ohio State, when you're an LSU, when you're in Alabama. Don't think that these top line guys or these second in command guys at all of those programs are not also being courted by other kind of big
they are.
Schools to be their head GM.
Who's the GM at Kansas?
I couldn't even tell you.
And you went there.
No.
You follow Kansas football more than anybody here in this building, and you can't even tell me. Want to know why? Because it's not relevant.
Yeah.
No one cares.
I think of their head coach, Lance Leipold, people like to pronounce it King Leopold, whatever. And I know they got a good quarterback in Jalen Daniels coming back, and they might be pretty okay in the Big 12.
Who cares? I don't want to hear about it.
Rock chalk.
Connor Stallions. This story won't die because first of all, let's get a punishment.
Well, it's because people keep talking to him. I mean,
let's get a punishment from the NCAA. All right, let's get something. Connor Stallions says that, yes, he knew what the other team was doing all the time, but that's not why they won games.
And not why they lost games, too, apparently, right?
He said, what was this exact quote? He says, there were 7 games in my time at Michigan where I knew almost the whole game. Then he lists the games. 2021 MSU, 2022 MSU, 2022 PSU, 2022 OSU, 2022 TSU.
Ooh, TSU.
2021 Georgia and 2021 Wisconsin.
What's TSU? Oh, TCU.
Okay. I'm sorry, yeah. TCU. Dyslexia is real. He says, we lost 3 of those games because we didn't tackle well, and Georgia was historically good. We won the 4 other games because we dominated the line of scrimmage and tackled well. Blocking, ball security, tackling, run fits, and coverage tools. That's football. This is not rocket science. So he's saying, yes, I knew everything the other team was going to do, and I may have passed that information along to my superiors, but we won and lost based on other things. Certainly wasn't because we knew everything the other team was calling.
The fact that you lost 3 of these games out of the 7
fair enough.
does not make me think highly of the coaching staff at Michigan, and maybe there's more than just a couple of reasons why they kept cycling in and out all throughout these last 4 or 5 years. But It's not the point. The point of the matter is it's almost like what gambling was in baseball. The rules are very clear about what you can and cannot do from a scouting situation. And all the other Big Ten programs seem to understand that. Yes, there are ways that you could go about trying to steal the signals. That's part of the gamesmanship of it. It's when you were doing it electronically and you were sending people out to all these different games and recording it.
It's a
That's
fundamental
what it was.
disagreement, right? We had this argument in the early days of the steroid stuff in baseball too, where you'd have the apologists come out and say, well, it doesn't help them hit a baseball. All right, maybe technically it doesn't help them with their hand-eye coordination to hit a baseball, right? But when you can stay in the gym 5 times longer than the next guy who can also hit a baseball, you can't tell me that doesn't help you. A guy like Jose Canseco, who was knocking on the door of 500 major league home runs, said that he didn't think he was good enough to make the major leagues without taking performance-enhancing drugs, all right? If you are Connor Stallions in Michigan and you take X amount of time every single week trying to figure out what your opponent's going to do, trying to watch game film and what does this mean and what do they do here, when you instantly don't have to do that anymore, when you can focus on other things because you know your guy's got the signals, how much more dangerous does that make you? Because you can take your already limited practice time and focus it on something else. Don't tell me that doesn't help you. It helps you in practice. It helps you on game day. All right, you can minimize it all you want. It was only 7 games. If you're admitting to 7 games, it's at least double that.
Oh, man, it was all of them. I feel like it was all of them.
Everyone knew.
In this time frame.
Sharon Moore knew. That's why he deleted text messages.
What do you think is ultimately good? I know we've talked about this before.
Not enough.
As time ticks by, does it make you feel better or worse about what the punishment is going to be? I feel like if it was going to be mostly the slap on the wrist, then it would have been a quicker decision.
I don't even care. I'm going to laugh at him either way. You want to know why what makes me feel better is the fact that you won a national championship. All right, I wish they didn't have theirs. I wish we didn't lose to Michigan. I wish all that stuff happened. But the fact that at the end of the day, we won our national championship last season makes me care less about this.
I do feel a lot better knowing that they got their national championship, the first one in a long time, right with this going on.
And let's not let them forget it.
No, absolutely not.
Continue to bring that up. Look, at the end of this, I don't think that was
part of it.
They're not taking wins away. They're not taking championships away. Sharon Moore will get an extended suspension. They'll take some scholarships away, and that's going to be it. They're not taking the title away, but we can make them remember. First of all, we can start beating them again. That would help.
Yes.
So as you beat them, you continuously remind them that the only way you could beat us was by cheating.
Make them remember the Titans. I just want them to feel some pain, and I want them to feel it soon. I don't know when this decision is going to come out. They said that it was going to be relatively quick in June after they had their meetings.
Well, relatively quick for them.
Here we go,
like
for the
3
NCAA.
months, though.
It's their last decision that they're ever going to make, so it's going to be epically bad.
All-Star Game Fest.